The latest. Thank you for your love and support. Fire in AU Parliament. African youth are demanding for accountability from African leaders, according to some of the youth that spoke. That the oppressor have kept systems and we are now gatekeepers, making sure that whatsoever that they have kept in place to divide us is still ongoing. We have been divided into Anglophone, Francophone, and what have you. And today we still do not have a language that we can speak among ourselves wherever we find ourselves as Africans. We are still depending on the oppressor's way of speaking, which we can't even do away with it for centuries. Whatsoever decisions that we sit to take, these people sit and they are able to understand and know every move. And this is what they are asking for, that it's high time we do away with this thing, find a common language. And the reasons to which African Union was formed was to do away with this colonialism, neocolonialism, and every form of imperialism that was imposed on us. And if up to date we still can't do anything about it, then there is no need for this organization. And wherever the monies are kept, we need an accountability. So that's the latest around the world and in Africa.
We are here speaking in a language that we do not own. And we've been talking about it for a long time. In fact, we've been segregated by Francophone, Anglophone, Arabophone, Lusophone, everything for something we do not own. How can we promote Pan-Africanism if the language that we speak in this parliament or at the level of the AU does not even belong to us? Do you expect Pan-Africanism to be promoted? No. We must develop our own language. And I've said this since 2017. Let's develop our own language and nurture that in our curriculum in our schools. And in the next 10, 15 years, anywhere you go, Eswatini, Kenya, Gambia, Burundi, you speak the language, somebody's going to talk to you. Not this English language, not this French language, that doesn't do anything else but to divide this continent. We must think twice, and we must take a look at our strategies as a union. I am not surprised by the decline. Because Africa is a very young population. But we must instill that Pan-Africanism in us. We must instill that mentality in us. And that's going to change our thinking. We must think Africa. And unless and until we do that, promote our culture, stop this language that divides us, we will not go anywhere. And I'm glad that the chairman actually has mentioned that. And personally, I'm not even surprised. We must do better for the African population. Honorable Speaker, to talk about the financial aspect of it, I mean, it's quite evident. We here as members of parliament, we are the one that approve budgets in our countries. We are the one that approve money that goes to the AU. We are the one that approve budgets to do all development in our own countries. But at the end of the year, financial year, the parliament is giving an audit. How have you used that money? I've been here for 7 good years, Honorable Speaker, as a member of this parliament. I've never seen the AU audits. I've never seen that. Here. Even the budget of the African Union that we actually fund, we have not seen. So how do you expect us as members of parliament to help promote participation by the African people to ensure that we contribute? I have a minute, please. Yes, how can you expect us as members of parliament to help promote the funding of the AU when money is given, we do not know when the money is spent. We do not know where is it. Where is it? I mean, we must be factual here and we must be truthful. Tell us where the money is going and we will go back to our own countries and tell them to pay for the AU because the AU is meant for the African population. But if you do not know where the money is going, it'll be very difficult, doctor, to tell my country, the Gambia, to contribute. The last time I've checked with my Minister of Finance, he told me that Gambia is up to date until August. Because I wanted to know exactly what's happening. But how about other countries? If you want them to pay, please bring an audited report of the AU in the parliament here. We will debate it. Bring the budget of the AU. We will debate it. We know exactly where the African money is going. Thank you very much.
Next, take the floor is Honorable Estam Tony Passaris.
Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity to contribute. I would like to thank both His Excellency Moussa Faki, the chairperson of the Africa Union Commission, and Her Excellency Dr. Monique Nzanza Bangawa for the presentations that they made. I would like to say that the vision of having the African Union and the Pan-African Parliament were very good, but they were founded on certain principles and they were founded with a vision. The vision has still been misunderstood, and I think we're actually pitted against each other rather than working together. When I talk about the African Union and the Pan-African Parliament, I believe that when we solve the problems between the African Union and the recognition of the African Union of the significance of the Pan-African Parliament being made to have the necessary resources, being given the legislative power, being independent and able to actually oversight the union itself, that's when we'll be able to achieve the vision. Because right now, it's like they police themselves and they police us, and they don't want to give us the strength that we need to be able to do the work. I mean, in Moussa Faki's statement, he did mention that he wants and he hopes that the Pan-African Parliament, having resolved the past problems that it's had, would be able to have legislative power. It's a shame that that is not one of the things that he attained. And I really pray that my party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, the outgoing party leader for the ODM party, who is now a candidate in the AUC, will actually be able to do what is necessary. He's a father of devolution. He believes in independence and growth of countries and units within countries. So with that vision that he comes with and that strength, hopefully we will be able to make the Pan-African Parliament independent, well-resourced, with legislative powers, with committees to oversight the commissioners, because I think the commissioners that we have actually been a big stumbling block to the strength of this parliament. This parliament has a lot to do. I mean, we could be able to do laws in this parliament that can be adopted by the representatives that are represented here in our respective countries to make us actually sync and move together with one vision, one voice. Currently, we don't have that. And then we also need to be able to have penalties for those who do not pay. How do we make them pay? How do we make sure that everybody has a buy-in? Because surely there could be countries that have conflicts within, or countries that have instabilities or financially not strong. But this is where the African Union comes in.
Finish.
Sorry, thank you. There should be a buffer fund that could actually bail out some of the countries that are not able to go forward. I believe that one African country being wealthy is not enough for the entire continent. We need all the 54 countries to be actually able to build on their wealth, build on their resources, and we need to end the conflict. We need to silence the guns, and we need to make sure that the exploitation of African countries by our colonizers needs to end. So we need to take certain decisions for Africa by Africans, not being influenced by the West, because we're still dependent on them, on donors. Real independence will come when the African Union is fully funded by the African continent. Thank you.
Lloyd Kasingo, Namibia.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving the floor. I'm just going to comment briefly on the 2 points, namely the decline of Pan-Africanism and the levy. I believe that Agenda 2063 cannot be achieved if all of us here in the future who will govern Africa during 2063 cannot understand Pan-Africanism. I believe that the revival of Pan-Africanism is very important even for us as an African continent to talk of funding ourselves. If we don't have that spirit, we keep on banging to the others, although our continent is very rich. So the revival of Pan-Africanism, the spirit among ourselves who are present in the future, we cannot also strengthen our organs of the AU, our court, our legislative body, PAP, and to ensure that we ratify Malabo Protocol. And all of us, the member state, our head of state, must understand that need. Having said that, the decline of this Pan-Africanism in Namibia, we have also noticed that. In particular, among the youth, they don't understand it. What? Some of them, not all, they are aiming just to get rich quick. And to ensure that the whole country having a bread, not all of them understand. And the question arises that who will respect a poor person who is sitting on top of the rich underground? Africa as a continent is very, very rich, but its people is poor. Some countries, they manage to have those resources, mines, diamond, but because of mismanagement, the poor become poor. And the outsiders, they are happy with this. We go and study America, where, but
finish. Another minute. Another minute, you finish.
I talk in my yeah. Our minds are not free, and henceforth, I would like to propose that, as His Excellency, our chair, His Excellency Musa Faki, proposed that Pan-African Parliament are key. We go back home and try in our respective parliament, in our respective government, to come up, to put up structures, in particular aiming at the youth, so that they can understand where does AU come from. Even PAP was brought up by those people who are no more, some of them are here. My president, Semani Wama, is still alive. And they said they need that AU must have a legislative body. So those people, they understand and they have the spirit of Pan-Africanism. And I can quickly say that maybe in the future, anyone who will be a member from Pan-African Parliament must test that really he understands that spirit. Yeah, concerning the levy, as I stated that we are rich, Africa is rich, maybe those levies must come up from our resources, our diamond, our oil also. They must pay levy, and the levy just go direct to AU.